Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some FURIA today, Damage FURIA to be specific, which is actually something that I've had requested quite a lot recently. I've been seeing it quite a bit in my matches, and she's quite popular at the moment, and I assume that's why I've had it requested so much, is because not that many people have a damage setup for it ready, so I'm going to show you what I use, and also what is kind of standard, because everybody runs a very similar sort of thing. You can, of course, just use a normal Solar Blessing FURIA setup. If you want to go for like a hybrid thing, this would work perfectly fine. You've got self-heal, you've got the other sort of stuff going on there as well, and still the reset on the beam. But if you want to focus on it and maybe just lean into damage a little bit more and not heal as much, because obviously you're not going to heal with the beam, you still heal the same with the right click, but you can increase the radius, you can increase the duration, or get reset extra on your F, so sometimes it might be useful to go for one of these. And those really are the main parts of the setup. A bit of wrath generation on the Q, which I would recommend having level 1 if you're going for damage. It works really well. Stun duration, bit of extra radius on the Q, and then the reset on the Q with the right click. Then I have this other version of the setup which is very similar, it just doesn't have the stun duration and instead gets reset on the Q with the F, 3.2 for every orb you hit, so it's a pretty much full reset if you land all 3 of the little orbs. I am planning to make a video completely around her F at some point. If you want to see that sooner rather than later, definitely let me know by dropping a like and leaving me a comment, but that's what we're going to be rolling with, one of these two setups. For the talent, of course, we're going to be grabbing Exterminate. Definitely a reason why you're seeing this so often, other than it actually being really, really strong, as it is quite fun to play with, and it's not too hard to do a good job with, especially if you're up against people who aren't necessarily dodging it that well, and you've increased your radius a bit. We'll go ahead and grab FURIA. For some reason I always forget where she is. She's top right? So we've got King of the Hill, Trade District for game 1. Shoutouts to Leon. We also have an Octavia, a SHREDS, and a FURIA, which works out great because we're going to be focusing on damage. We're up against a Cassia, Ying, and Andrew, and Nando, and a Strix. So pretty standard sort of TDM. Saying that though, Ying's decoys can actually mess this up because the beam will stop on the decoy as far as I know. We'll go ahead and grab Exterminate, and then we won't go for the stun one, we'll go for the cooldown because of the Nando. We'll start with Kronos and the Nimble. Leon just dropping there in the chat. I think if you do a video here, it's either going to be a steamroll or a quick loss. I guess we'll find out. We've got Eminence, we've got Lens Presence, Mortal Region, Hell, High Water, pretty standard, and then Commander's Ultimate, which is interesting but should work quite well. Then for their side, Exaction, Curse Revolver, Life Exchange, Aegis, and then Crackshot. So I guess I should try and focus the Nando a little bit. I usually don't bother checking loadouts, but I feel like I should for this one. We're just going to throw the beam straight off the bat, throw a heal to get the cooldown reduction. I think I did just hit either a Nando. I think somebody else walked into it. We'll throw the beam again. I'm going to F myself back. That should be free reset, hopefully. Yep, we can throw the beam again. He's going to dodge that quite easily, although his shield isn't even displaying for some reason. There goes the Cassie. Don't know how the hell we landed that one. There's some more taps. We'll use the F. That should show me if the reset works. It doesn't. I don't know if it did that before and they fixed it, or if it never did that. I'm not sure. There's a stun and a free kill, though. Just tried to run around heal the Liam, but that's a little bit too slow. There goes the Andrew. He's on like 2 health. Nice. We did have a bunch of our meter, so it wasn't too hard. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam. I'm going to F myself away. Really don't find myself using too many Furious skins, mainly just because it throws the, beam color off if you're trying to heal, and people will avoid it because it makes it look a little bit different. But I guess if we're going for damage, it doesn't really matter. There's another heal. That was a bunch of reset. We might as well go for the ult. Cheeky little shot or two over there for the Strix, though we're not really dealing very much. I'm just going to try and play the point. We'll throw a beam over. Yeah, the red beam actually makes it look a little bit better when we're damaging people. It makes it a little bit more obvious that it's, hitting somebody for our team. There goes the Strix. Throw the beam just there. Throw a heal onto the Leon just for the cooldown reset. Hello, Cassie. There's an F. Right click. We'll throw the beam again. That's not really the best way to use it, but there's a right click for the Vora. Heal there for the Leon. Andrew's going on her a little bit. I think we did hit somebody. I'm going to F back. That should be free reset. Yep, there we go. We can throw it again. We throw another right click there onto her. Stun just saved the Vora's ass. We'll right click her again. We'll throw the Q kind of at an angle a little bit, just seeing if we can get something lucky. We did hit, I think, a decoy. Seems like score-wise we're bang on even. Cassie's going for the ult. We've got a couple of cheeky shots over. I don't think I'm going to be able to fight this Nando very well, but I'm going to save my beam just in case. We might as well throw it and see if we can hit him. He pulled up the shield at kind of the perfect time. He might be gone. I'm going to F away because he's ulting. There's a heal for the Vora. Just thought I was about to die to the Strix, but we managed to just about live. I don't know if he even hit me or not. We hit the Strix with the beam. There is the ult through a Q just there. We actually hit the Strix. I think he went ahead and ulted. He's not dead though because the Ying ulted to kind of counter me a little bit. There's a right click. We'll throw the beam another time. Another one for the SHREDS in the F. This is a bit of a hectic match. We're going to grab some Haven. There's a right click. I think I hit something. Did get absolutely blasted by the Cassie, but we'll throw the beam through. We did hit something. That's the Nando. We got the reset, so we can throw it again. Meter is full because of that one card. We've got level 1 is more than enough. Cassie's just running through doing rolls. Andrew with the ultimate behind me. At least so the unfinished off the Cassie. I guess we'll get blast shields. I think that makes a little bit more sense. I'm not going to have any cauterize, but that should be fine. There's a heal for the Leon. We'll throw the beam over. Right click for her. That's not going to hit anybody. Well, never mind. I guess Cassie's just going to roll into it. Go ahead and pop the ultimate. They should all be in range. I probably should have saved that a little bit so we can use it when we're pushing in, although SHREDS is being kind of aggressive, so maybe it'll work. He dodged the thing. She went for the ult. That's not going to pull. I think it might have actually pulled the ink. I don't know. Bunch of damage there on the freaking Nando. Wanted to call him Jogos for some reason. I'm going to F back. Make sure I don't get hit by the Strix. That was very cheeky. I could have got completely screwed there. Didn't even hit anybody with the orb, so it wasn't worth doing at all. There's a right click. I threw the beam already. Hello, Cassie. There's an F. There's a right click for her. Kind of around a corner. We finished her off. Right click for the Octavia. Yeah, it definitely doesn't reset on shields. I'm like 90% sure it used to. There's a beam onto the Andrew. We actually lived there. Thank you, Octavia, for the save. I think I might be screwed though. Don't know if they're going to chase. I'm going to emote kind of here so I can see both sides. And Nando is just there. There's a beam that didn't put me into combat until like after he hit me for some reason. He's getting beamed. Doesn't really have to care about it because he's got so much goddamn health. I'm just waiting kind of here to heal up again for being out of combat. We'll throw the beam through. We'll throw a right click for the cooldown reduction. Hello, Fernando. Point blank range stun. Yeah, sure, why not? He's got some resilience now, but it's still pretty damn good damage, especially with the initial hit and the tick damage being kind of mental. They only have to sit in it for a little bit to take a ton. Went ahead and popped the ultimate. Strix is there at the back, so is the Cassie. She's gone for the ult. We'll throw another heal there. I'm just right clicking and queuing as much as I can. There's another one. Guess we're okay. Hello, Strix. There's a right click and some shots. Well done, Octavia. Right click for the Leanne. We did beam the Cassie. That worked quite well. She should be dead. She's on like nothing. She was spamming the roll there, but we just about got her. Octavia sat here on nothing. There's a heal though. There's a Q. I think that's Andrew going for the ult. Pretty sure we've lost this one, but we're putting up a good fight for it. And I think I'm actually showing off Damage Furia somewhat well. We're going to throw the beam, throw a heal for the cooldown reduction, and just spam it as much as we can. That's not going to hit anybody. Never mind. Hit the Cassie. There's a Q again. Might as well do a little jump and an F to try and get some more reset. We did hit the Cassie and the, I think, Nando again. I don't know. I'm beaming a lot of people, but they've got so much resilience that it's kind of hard for me to even see who I'm hitting. Throw the Q, hit something again. Probably just a Ying decoy. I don't know. We'll go for the ultimate. Why not? We'll throw the Q just there. Go for a heal. Rip. Leon, she's already dead. There's one for the Vora. Taps onto the Ying. There's an F. I think I'm dead though. There is the beam. Just a bit of an angle again to try and maybe get me so unlucky. There's a heal for her again. Dead to the Angel. I was just kind of sat in a corner there blinded. Obviously I wasn't really able to do very much. 222 to 375 though. They managed to pull one hell of a lead in like the last couple of minutes. Well done to him. There's an F for the reset. We'll throw the Q again. Heal there for the Ceres. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yet Cassie kind of hit me around a corner a little bit there. She really is doing the best, I'd say, alongside the Andro. The rest of the team are doing good too. And there we go. There is the defeat. They deserve a win. I think overall they did play pretty damn well. I don't think I did badly, but I think as a team they were a lot more cohesive. And yeah, there we go. There are the stats. Quite happy with how we did. 8, 6, 10, 100 seconds on the point, 69k damage, 32k heals. I'm more than happy with that. I'm kind of surprised that Ceres only has 33k. That's like a little bit more than us, and we were dealing way more damage than she was. I guess Cassie didn't really enjoy our stuns there, but for the rest of them, Octavia had a pretty hard time there. The Leon did a really good job though. Massive props to her. 16,777k. She shredded. Then for their side there, Cassie did pretty good. The Andra did a great job there. Nando not so much, but he, did his job sitting on the point. The Strix had a really hard time though. Only 15k is abysmal, and then the Ying healed for a mad amount. Would say the setup in that one worked pretty well, although I might have been better off going for the stun one, just because even with the resilience they had, which is of course a massive counter to this, the extra 0.6 is useful a lot of the time, and the reset on the F not triggering on the shields makes this a lot weaker than I kind of had in mind, because I hadn't tested it in ages. And as far as I can remember, over that entire match we only got the reset like 3 or 4 times, which probably isn't worth it instead of the stun duration. Alright, well for game 2 we got Onslaught Marauder's Port. Shoutouts once again to Looney. He's on Tiberius. We have a Yag, a Damba, and a Maeve. If Damba goes for damage, we'll go for healing here, even though it's not really what I was planning for the video. I would be interested to maybe heal with Yagareth, but we'll see. For those that we're up against a Vora, a Genos, a Ramen, Octavia, and an Andro, so another pretty standard thing. Alright, well I went ahead and grabbed the damage setup because our Damba is going for Ripened Gourd, so our Yag shouldn't need much more healing, but she's gone for Corrosive Acid. We've got Togen's Fury, Street Justice, then we're up against Luminary, Curse Revolver, Unyielding Pressure, Enforcer, and whatever Octavia grabs, so this is going to be a bit of a pain. So I didn't just throw myself off the map with my F. That totally didn't happen. There's a beam down there that might get a summon. Hit the Andro. Cool, he's pretty low. We went for the extra stun duration this time instead of the reset. We'll throw the beam back, go for the F this time in the right direction. Heal for the Yag. Another right click there for the Damba. We'll throw the beam. He shouldn't be able to dodge that because obviously if he's firing he's going to be incredibly slow. There we go. I'm going to F myself backwards because that does deal a little bit of damage. Heal for him. Didn't reset the beam because it's just a little bit off cooldown. There's another right click. There's the Q. She might still be dead. I was very close to actually making that play. Not terrible. We're going to save up, finish off our Chronos. We've got the ultimate up. So far we're doing a pretty good job of holding off the point. Yag with the reveal. I see most people not even bother using the reveal with Yagareth, but when they do a good job with it, it's always nice to see. We're going to go for the ult. That's the where I'm going for the ult. We'll juke out of the way with the F. There's a right click. Not really what I was trying to do. We'll throw the beam that way. That might get us something, or at least make them move out of the way. There we go. That actually hold them off kind of well. Tiberius is back up to full, although Yag is gone. There's a right click for him. Tiberius is rolling back. There's a right click for the Damba. I'm going to throw the beam at a bit of an angle. I think I instantly hit somebody in the corner. Rip Vora. General's going for the ult. I'm going to F myself back. We don't have any resets. That didn't give me my Q back. I'm going to play a bit of an angle. What is the plan? I don't know. There's a beam right there. I guess he's just kind of forgot about me. Hit somebody else with the beam. I don't know if he's running around. There's a heal for the Yag. I think I might be screwed. I very nearly won that fight. If I just didn't fire at him, he would have just thought I was dead, I guess, because he just walked off. Through the beam, there goes the Genos. That should be a free kill. We're going to F ourselves back this way a little bit. Right click for the Damba. Just going to get some shots into the back of him. Going to go ahead and pop the ultimate. Why the hell not? Heal for the Yag. We'll throw the beam again. I think he's going to be able to dodge that, or maybe not. No, he's just going to get it straight in the face. He's dead. So far, doing a pretty good job with this. Make sure I don't die to the Octavia. I feel like I was out of that, but okay. Right there for the Damba. We'll throw the beam again. Yag's just going to roll away. I think I did hit somebody with the beam. Must have been the Ram. We got some good damage on him. There goes the Ram. Maybe we hit him with the beam. Got some good damage on him. He is still just about up though. There's the Q. Just freaking generated a ton of his stuff. There is the beam. We'll throw another heal to the Damba. That's Genos with the ult. Will our beam hit him because he was standing still? Nearly. There's a right click for the Damba. He's still up. Not looking too good here though. There's a right click for him again. We'll throw the beam. I've got the ultimate just off cooldown. We'll go ahead and pop it. Right click for the Tiberius. Hello Vora. There's my F away. See if I can kill you before you get to me. Thank you Tiberius for saving my ass. Right click for him there. There is a Q. I think Vora went for the ult, which should be a free kill. Well, freaking timed. They just got rid of the Ram for free. Yag's rolling around aggressively. Don't know if that was a good idea or not, but there's a right click for the reset. Little shot or two. We hit the Ram, I think, as he was was trying to run in. We just traded with the Vora kind of well. We'll throw another beam. I think he's going to run straight into it. Was he going to juke it? He just about juked it. He's just going to run, try and get rid of our Damber, I guess. Missed the beam, managed to heal up the Damber though. There's another right click. I'm going to F myself away. Play it kind of safe. Do not feel like running in. Right click and a beam. Yeah, we're going to go back to spawn. I've got 2,000 credits apparently. Yag's dead. Don't really know what she was doing there. There's a right click. I think we caught somebody on the top. There's an ultimate. Why not? It's just me and the Damber. We might as well. There's a beam. Missed the Ram, but I guess Damber stunned him anyway. There's a right click. There's an F. We'll throw the Q. He's probably dead here. There's a right click from again. Beam's going to hit the 4 on the top. Just died to the Octavia ultimate pretty much. I feel like the actual thing on the floor doesn't really match up very well, but there is the Q. Just trying to catch the Andro on the top. A bit unlucky. Maybe we'll hit the Ram over here. Fantastic. We just stopped him from doing the run. There's a heal for the Damber. That's just with the ult. Feels like the only time I see that maybe is when she's dying. There's a right click for him. Never mind. There's a Q instead. There's a right click for the Damber. We hit somebody. The Vor's going in on our Damber here. There's a Q. There's a beam for the Ram at point blank range and an F. Bunch of more shots on him here. We got the ultimate gen 384 to 290. Didn't realize we pulled such a big lead. And there we go. There is the victory. Didn't realize we were so far ahead. I think we just ended up winning a bunch of those team fights right at the end. The stun was working fantastically in that one because they barely got any resilience. They didn't actually have any, so we were just stunning them for a ridiculous amount every time we hit it. And as you can kind of see there, stats wise, we were doing a really good job. 4, 5, 18, 66k damage, which is second highest in that match, beaten out only by the Tiberius. And we also healed more than everybody other than the Generals by like a tiny bit. For the rest of them, our Damber did pretty good, although his stat doesn't really show it. He would have been better off going for the damage talent, I think, because he only healed for 25k and the Yag was playing very aggressively. Wasn't very stationary, but he did play the objective a ton and he was stunning quite a bit. Maeve had a bit of a hard time. She was playing kind of weird. Tiberius shredded. The Yag did a great job there as well. For their side Generals did pretty good. The Octavia did fine, but probably could have done a little bit better there. The Voro did pretty good. Their Arm also did pretty good. He played the objective a ton and their Andro was solid. We'll finish it off with a TDM because we did 2 onslaughts. We might as well do one more TDM just to show it off. Both the setups so far have worked pretty damn well, although I kind of miss the reset when I go for the stun and I miss the stun when I go for the reset, so you kind of have to just pick between the two. Right, well, for game 3 we've got TDM Snowfall Junction. Shoutouts to our Koga. We've also got an Andro, a Tyra and a Sky, and we're up against an Atlas, a Zin, a Ceres, a Vivian and an IO. So we'll go ahead and grab Exterminate, and then the setup I put together in between that last match, which is kind of a hybrid of both with a bit of stun duration and a bit of reset on the F, just to see how this plays. We'll grab some Kronos and some Nimble to start. For the talents, we've got Adrenaline Junkie, Godslayer, Mercy, Kill and Smoke and Dagger, Lifelink, Booby Trap, Mortar Reach, Yomi and Temporal Divide. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I switched up the skin to kind of match the map a little bit, so it's maybe a little bit better for us. There's a right click for the Sky. Okay, we'll pop the F to go back a little bit. Got us a bunch of reset. There's a heal. Zin is just kind of trying to make the jump, I guess. He's well over that way. We'll throw the beam here for the Atlas. Hello, there's a bunch of damage. Freaking all of his health's gone before he can even rewind. That shows you how crazy this is. Go there for the Sky. Hits onto the Zin. He's doing the exact same play again. He's gone. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam that way. We'll throw a heal onto the Sky. There's some damage on the Ceres. She's just shredded. Pop the F to get the reset. There's the beam. I gotta say, so far this one's working pretty well. We hit the Atlas. There's a heal. We're gonna go for the ultimate to try and not die. Thank you for a bit of a heal there, Sky. There we go. I guess we're fine. Somehow managed to wiggle that play. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam at this door just in case they come round. I think that is just the IO though. Just gonna pull back. Heal for the Angel. We'll throw the beam that way. Try to heal the Koga, but I guess we get rid of the IO instead. Never mind. She actually got healed by the Ceres enough. Want some more Kronos. Hello Atlas. There's a heal. There's a beam right there. There's an F backwards. Heal for the Tyra. There's some shots for the Vivian, which she won that fight. Heal there for her again. Hello Atlas. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yep, there we go. She's gonna run around and finish me off. She only dodged it by like an inch, but we got the reload in. She's gone. There's the F. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam. Heal the Tyra. Go for the ultimate. Why not? There's another right click for him. I'm just gonna try and heal from being out of combat. I need to throw the beams out. That's the banish. Put me into combat just as I went into the freaking banish by hitting the Ceres. There's an F. You got rewound through the beam. There's another right click, but I'm dead. That's the Ceres with the ult. Beam does stop on Luna though, which is something worth mentioning. Tyra, I think, ulted just there. There's a right click for her. She's pushing in onto the Atlas, but he's just playing the wall. There's another right click. There's a beam that should guarantee the kill. There's an F. We also hit, I guess, the Zin and killed him too. I think we dealt some damage to somebody else there as well. Trying to run around to heal, but I guess I need to do it onto her instead. She's going for the ult. There's an F away. Heal. We actually landed the beam. She's still up. We actually hit her with another beam, but we got rid of the Luna. We'll throw a beam that way. Heal for her for the reset. We'll throw those Fs out. We clipped somebody. I guess we're not going to kill any of them. She's on like nothing, but she's behind the Atlas wall, so I can't kill her. I'm going to throw the beam here for the Zin. Maybe there's an F backwards and a right click. I'm on 70 health. What am I doing? I don't know. There's a beam again, I guess. Dead to the Atlas. He actually chased me. Son of a bitch. We'll grab some Kronos and some Nimble. We finish that off. We'll throw the Q. Pop the F. There's a heal for her again. We actually stunned somebody. I feel like I'm hitting people at the end of the beam and I don't even know who it is I'm hitting. We actually only got 9 seconds on it, so whenever we right click or use the F, we get it pretty much fully back. Definitely the thing I'm missing the most in the setup right now is like self-heal, so I might try and incorporate that somehow. We did hit the Q there on the Vivian, but she's still up. There's a right click for her. That's the Ceres trying to ult. We'll throw the beam. Tried to predict it. Missed it by like an inch. Are you kidding me? Gonna go ahead and pop the ultimate to stop the rewind. It seems like our Sky isn't even playing, so that would explain why it went downhill pretty quick, although the rest of the team is also just in general having a hard time. Did throw a heal there before I got banished. We're going to grab some Haven. There's a right click again. We'll throw the Q just there. That stopped the Atlas, but he went ahead and rewound, even though I caught him with the beam. Bit weird. There's a heal for the Koga. 19 to 39. We're actually being doubled. Well played to be honest. I think they do deserve the win, but Sky wasn't here for like the second half, so it was a bit unfair. There's a beam, and there we go. There is the defeat. Like I said, they deserve deserve the win. I think they played better as a team. I think we could have had it if my team was a little bit more put together. Maybe we had a bit of a different team comp, but the actual damage setup there, the kind of hybrid between the two other loadouts, worked pretty well. I think I'm going to actually leave it like that. Instead of having the two different setups, I'm just going to leave that one and just use that instead. But we went 9, 6, 67k, 42k, more than happy with that. Coco struggled a little bit, Andrew struggled a little bit, Tyra struggled quite a bit there, and the Sky did there as well for their side there. IO did pretty damn good, same thing with the Sarah, same thing with the Zin, same thing with the Vivian, and same thing with the Atlas, although she did, I guess, the worst out of the set. They all did a really good job, and they deserve the win. I think the stats kind of speak for themselves. So yeah, there we go. That was Damage Fury. I don't think I've really got anything else to add here at the end, so I guess I'll just go ahead and cut it off. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay Frost.